on November 21st in Niagara Falls, New York. One of the most dangerous welterweight strikers, Luis Francis Chinelli.
Another head kick!
My goodness!
And down goes Rivera Jr.
He'll face off with his toughest challenge to date. New York's very own, Jonathan Piersma.
Jonathan Piersma!
Man, this guy's good on the ground. He was part of the UFC Fight Pass Invitational.
Two fighters collide for a vacant crown.
And that is the end. Another first-round finish.
The LFA Welterweight World Title.
Beautiful knee. Oh, my gosh!
Drops Victor quick! Over and out! What's up, LFA Nation? Welcome to Niagara Falls, New York, and the LFA 223 preliminary bouts on the LFA Fight Network. Ron Krug joined by former UFC great and LFA alum Alan Joban. And Alan, we are gearing up tonight for our 25th event of the year. What an incredible year it's been, and a busy one indeed.
A busy one indeed. Lots of fights, lots of traveling for you guys, more so you than me. But 30 fighters from the LFA into the UFC. It just shows the guys keep getting their experience here in their bright lights and getting the big call up. We'll see some of that tonight, and maybe the co-main and the main event.
Without a doubt, the welterweights are in the spotlight. You just saw the video. The welterweight strap on the line in the main event. Brazil's Luis Francis Chinelli. He is taking on New York's own Jonathan Piersma for the vacant strap. You will not want to miss it. That's coming up on UFC Fight Pass. That's the main event. But we are delivering to you 4, yes, count them, 4 stream fights tonight for free. And here is the lineup. Bantamweights will get the action started when Nick Eldridge puts his perfect record on the line against Sebastian Ruiz. Big boys up next when heavyweights Marro and RJ Harris collide. Then in a key middleweight matchup, winner of 5 of 6, Jake Woodley tangles with 10-fight veteran Woodley Benson. And we will conclude the LFA 223 preliminary bouts with a someone's has got to go bout when unbeaten's Abdurakhmon Fozilov and Farman Hasanov throw down in a welterweight tilt. Let's get the action rolling, and let's check out the tail of the tape for this bantamweight matchup. The tail of the tape is powered by Bondi Pure. Nick Eldridge is 30 years old. Sebastian Ruiz, 3 years younger. Ruiz is 3 inches taller, weighed in lighter, and will try and use a 5-inch reach advantage. Now, to kick off LFA 223, here's the voice of the LFA Octagon and the newly engaged Mike Kendall.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are live on the LFA Fight Network on YouTube for continuing preliminary action here at LFA 223. We are set to go now for 3 5-minute rounds in the LFA Bantamweight division. Brought to you tonight by Bondi Pure, the ultimate health and detox drink. It's a science, not a diet. Learn more at BondiPure.com. And now, introducing to you first, fighting out of the blue corner. This striker stands 5'9", weight in 134.8 pounds. He holds a 6-4 professional record with 3 wins coming by way of knockout. Representing Ironbound Fight Club, fighting out of Newark, New Jersey by way of Lima, Peru, Sebastian El Gallo Ruiz. His opponent across the octagon, fighting out of the red corner, is a mixed martial artist standing 5'6", weight in 136 pounds. He holds an undefeated 6-0 professional record with 3 wins coming by way of knockout and 2 by way of submission. Representing Nostos MMA, fighting out of New Durham, New Hampshire, Nick Eldridge. Your referee in charge of this bout, Todd Anderson.
Gentlemen of the rules in the back. Protect yourself at all times. Obey my commands at all times. If you wish to touch gloves, do so now. Back to your corners.
LFA, a bantamweight matchup. Sebastian Ruiz and Nick Eldridge. Nick Eldridge with the red tape coming in with a lot of shine. 6-0 with the blue tape and the yellow shorts. Sebastian Ruiz making his LFA debut. Had a couple of fights in Bellator, but he comes in, Alan, with a 6-4 record.
Yeah, look out for the kickboxing style from Sebastian Ruiz, although he's the one taking fire right now. Nick Eldridge, very good everywhere. Can stand and trade, but I've seen him in some very scrappy exchanges on the ground. Flawless record thus far. This is his 7th fight of the year, Ron. I mean, I thought we were busy.
That's a busy man.
We still have one more month to go. I mean, if he gets out of here unscathed, he looks like the type of guy that would seek out another promotion and try to get one more before the holidays.
I think you're right. Comes in with a perfect 6-0 record as a pro. 10-fight win streak going back to his amateur career. We got a New Dunham, New Hampshire. This is his LFA debut as well.
Nice low kick lands there for Sebastian Ruiz. He's been a little bit gun shy since the start of the bell. Hasn't thrown much because you can see Nick Eldridge. He's kind of trying to put Ruiz on his heels, shooting those kicks from range. But you see what he's doing right there? He's coming in with the hand, trying to throw an overhand right, and it looks to me like he's trying to roll beneath it and get a takedown. Ruiz's hips are just gone every time he enters the pocket right there.
Eldridge with 3 career knockout wins, a couple of submissions and a decision. Over for Ruiz, he has 3 victories via knockout and 3 decisions. And man, Eldridge putting the pressure on.
Yeah, Eldridge went to the well 3 times in a row, called it 4. Right hand, left hook over the top. Got caught right there. Can't keep going back to the same technique over and over, but Nick Eldridge seems to me like he either wants to box this up in the pocket or box it to a takedown, a body lock, and if that is the case, I think he should start pushing forward and put Ruiz against the fence. Once he gets his heels on that black line, that's a better time to shoot him with a bunch of combinations, and Ruiz won't be able to back out of it like he's been doing so far. It's hard to shoot a takedown like that when your opponent's controlling the center of the octagon, right? Because he's got 10 feet to evade you. See this, Ruiz just keeps backing out. There's nothing against, oh, nice right hand.
Big right from Ruiz. Nick Eldridge stumbling.
Yeah, he stumbled. He seems to have recovered pretty fast. I don't know how much of that he's trying to show for us.
There's the power on display of Sebastian Ruiz. Half his victories coming via knockout. Has 3 wins, though, Alan, via head kick KO.
Yeah, I can't tell how clear Eldridge is right now in the head, but I've seen him in trouble before in previous fights. He's a scrappy guy.
Absolutely.
He's good at getting out of bad situations. He's got to be cautious, though. You can see the...
And now looking for the single leg takedown.
Nice job going single to double, has him against the fence. He needs to keep the fight here. Eldridge finally got Ruiz with his back against the fence, got his arm around him. Not able to secure anything now, but if he can slow the fight down, clear his head out a little bit more, and try to solidify something, a takedown.
A little sneaky elbow there from Eldridge, too, as he continues to work on this takedown. And good balance and sprawl so far by the 27-year-old Sebastian Ruiz.
Yeah, Ruiz is doing a good job winning that right underhook battle. His right arm. That's the kind of the fight going on right now. Eldridge has his right underhook. Nice job.
Nice trip Ruiz. Transitions to the back of Eldridge. Slick.
Well, he's down, he's down, he's down. Ruiz just threw a right knee to the head of Eldridge, not realizing he was a downed opponent.
Yeah, good call, Alan.
So, you know what'll be interesting, Ron? It looks like he's going to be able to continue. Doesn't look too badly hurt. Where does this fight restart, right? Eldridge is in the bottom position, you would call it. I assume they're starting on the feet. Yeah, clearly down. The rules have changed where it's not one hand or 2 hands, but a knee is just like football. If the guy's down in football, he's down in MMA.
Exactly right. Great look at it there from our GWP crew. I was listening into referee Todd Anderson. I believe he was warning him. I'm not sure, but then he went over and he's talking to the judges over there.
You know,
I don't believe he took a point. I think it was just a warning. But
fouls and penalties and things. Yeah, starting in the center, which is normal. I mean, if it was the other way around, maybe they would have changed the position. But you know, the referees just had a big talk this year in MMA about like eye pokes and things like that. This is one of those moves where there's not an accident, right? You don't accidentally need somebody when they're down. These are one of those rules that I think you're gonna see change pretty soon. If you need a down opponent, this is an automatic point deduction because they're talking about doing that with eye pokes, and it's much more easy to accidentally poke someone in the eye than it is to knee someone that's down.
We saw it last week, unfortunately, Joe Giannetti on the receiving end of an eye poke, and he could not continue. As now, Sebastian Ruiz gets his first takedown of the fight as we're coming up on 10 seconds to go.
Come on, Ruiz, be careful with it.
Wow.
That would be a costly mistake. Oh, man. He's all over the place. He's grabbing the cage.
He really is. Well, a big takedown at the end for Sebastian Ruiz.
Yeah. I mean, he hurt him with that right hand. He got the takedown. Probably did enough to steal that round. Nick Eldridge needs to find a way to change the momentum right now because he's pushing forward, but he's just not doing a lot of damage in this matchup.
Check out some of the action and make sure you are following the LFA on all social media platforms at LFA Fighter.
It was just right down the middle, Ron. Clean hand on the chin. Hurt him. Nice little outside sweep. Now watch the mistake right here. He has his whizzer. Let's go with the whizzer. And you see Ruiz just fly by, take that back. Look at that. Oh, my goodness. Oh, and he's holding the cage. He's kicking. The referee is nervous as hell, just like I am.
He might have to go back and take MMA 101 again.
The rules meeting.
Let's get updated on the rules as we get ready for round number 2.
When you got that fire inside of you, it's like sometimes you forget the rules.
And the adrenaline takes over. I get it, but you got to be in control as well. Nick Eldridge and Sebastian Ruiz. Eldridge riding a 6-fight win streak, and Sebastian Ruiz, he has won 4 straight. Ruiz with the blue tape and the yellow trunks, and Nick Eldridge red tape and camo shorts, and looked like he dumped him again.
Yeah, that right hand might have hit him in the back of the head when he was level changing. Nick needs to find a way to once again punch his way in, get the takedown, and not lose it. Last time he worked so hard to get him against the fence outside trip, and he lost position. If he finds himself in a position like that, he can't afford to lose it again, because getting in to that position seems like it's a lot of trouble for him right now. He's having a tough time.
Another straight right from Sebastian Ruiz drops Eldridge.
He's just not seeing it coming, Ron. I don't. Don't do it too many times. Last time he threw that left hook, he got clipped as well when he threw it 4 times in a row.
I mean, we see guys and girls punch their way into takedowns, but Nick Eldridge is like wild as he does it, and he eats another shot.
Ron, that right hand is a laser right now. It doesn't seem to miss, and Ruiz is aware of this. He's calmly evading, and then when he can press forward, he's lasering with that right hand. And Eldridge needs to keep this fight busy, keep the pressure, because if he allows Ruiz to walk forward, we're going to see another straight right hand down the pipe.
And there's the first head kick attempt. Ruiz dropped him again, and this fight is over. Sebastian Ruiz takes Nick Eldridge's O and gets a win in his LFA debut.
Great job by Sebastian Ruiz recognizing that Nick Eldridge was not able to see that hand coming. He wasn't responding. There wasn't head movement. There wasn't a reaction. He was patiently evading when Nick was on offense, just waiting for his time. And his time, when he would walk forward, he landed that right hand probably 3 or 4 times in a night, and the referee had seen enough.
Absolutely. That's a huge win for 27-year-old Sebastian Ruiz. Let's take a look at the highlights. This was a huge round and beautiful right straight dropped him to begin with.
Look, fundamentals wins fights, right? You see the long reach on the button. I believe this was the first knockdown. You see it almost surprised him. Now watch later in the fight. Once he gets him backing up, nowhere to go, it's there for the taking, right? That was the third or fourth time he had landed that. The referee had seen enough.
Yeah,
Eldridge.
a good stoppage, I think.
His shin wasn't getting any stronger after that, and he didn't seem like he was able to see it. I think it was a good stoppage as well.
Todd Anderson all over it, and I mentioned Sebastian Ruiz had 3 wins via head kick, but he only threw that one time, originally from Peru, now fighting out of Newark, New Jersey. Gets a W in his LFA debut. Let's get the official time inside to Mike Kendall.
Ladies and gentlemen, your referee, Todd Anderson, calls a stop to this fight. 1 minute, 26 seconds into the second round, declaring your winner by TKO, Sebastian El Gallo Ruiz.
Successful LFA debut for Sebastian Ruiz. Earns his 5th consecutive win and puts the LFA Bantamweight division on notice. Well, tonight, LFA 223 wraps up a triple header of events in November. Here's a preview of what's coming up on UFC Fight Pass.
From coast to coast, the LFA has forged futures in 2025. And now, under the roar of Niagara Falls, the finale is in full focus. At Seneca Niagara Resort and Casino, history hangs in the balance. For Luis Francis Canelli, the welterweight crown represents validation. A chance to close the year as champion. The product of persistence, precision, and pain repaid. For Jonathan Piersma, it's destiny. A shot to seize gold on home soil and end the year with glory echoing across the falls. Also returning to the LFA Octagon, Jazzy Jeff Creighton. The Brazilian bad boy, Diego Bianchini. Scuba Steve Collins. Tanner Chimby.
It's the final event of 2025 for the LFA on our 25th show. To make it even more exciting than it already is, scan that QR code on the screen and get in on the LFA 223 action at DimeBit Casino and Sportsbook. DimeBit, the official betting partner of the LFA. And there is a big favorite, Alan, in the main event as Luis Francis Canelli comes in as a -625, and a very alive dog, Jonathan Piersma, who has 10 victories, comes in at +359. Are you a little surprised at how big those odds are?
Yeah, a little bit larger because this is a guy in Francis Canelli that he is a phenomenal striker, but he hasn't going up against a black belt like Piersma yet in his career. So this is a first-time matchup, so that one's a little different. But look, I guess the odds makers are looking to put a rein on Taylor's retirement party here tonight with those type of odds as well. Lada -1429 favorite against Taylor, 41 years old, trying to put his gloves down at the end of the night tonight.
Yeah, the co-main event, that's a big one. We basically got a 4-man welterweight tournament going here tonight. Jeff Creighton and Diego Bianchini both coming back from the Ultimate Fighter Season 33, and those odds are real close. Basically, I'll pick them in our co-main event.
Yeah, that's a great matchup. That could easily be the main event of the night. Fortunately, as you said, we have this kind of welterweight bracket going on right now with the belt on the line. The winner of the co-main event maybe getting a call to fight for the belt, maybe getting a call to jump over the belt, because that's the type of accolades these guys bring already. Tough fighters in the Tough 33, both guys are in the house. Look at the feature fight of the night right there. I mean, Scuba Steve Collins, -833 against Poofall, heavy hitter.
Wow.
These odds, you know, I mean, if you guys want to dime bit, get online right now, make your bets tonight. It's an exciting night of fights, some fantastic matchups, and these are some fun odds right here.
The biggest favorite on the card, 3-0 Shaler Ladd coming in at almost minus 1,500 against the veteran Joe Taylor, plus a 580. Joe Taylor did tell us yesterday that this will be his final fight of his combat sports career. I was going to say MMA, but he does kickboxing and boxing.
He comes from a family of fighters, too.
Exactly right. His dad was an incredible boxer here in New York. All right, action rolls on here at LFA 223 from Niagara Falls in New York. Big boys up next, and a heavyweight showdown between Al Marro and RJ Harris. Marro is 28 years old. Harris, 1 year younger at 6'6". Harris is 7 inches taller than Marro and will have a substantial 5.5-inch reach advantage. The Hammer, RJ Harris, weighed in 3 pounds heavier. Once again, inside to Mike Kendall.
Fight fans, this contest is scheduled for 3 5-minute rounds in the LFA heavyweight division, brought to you tonight by OnlyFans, where creators earn. And now, introducing to you first, fighting out of the blue corner. This mixed martial artist stands 6'6", weight in 259.4 pounds. He holds a 3-0 professional record with 2 wins coming by way of submission. Representing Sprawn and Brawn MMA, fighting out of Zanesville, Ohio, RJ the Hammer Harris. His opponent across the octagon, fighting out of the red corner, is a boxer and wrestling style fighter standing 5'11", weight in 256 pounds. He holds a 2-1 professional record with both wins coming by way of knockout. Representing Mohawk Valley MMA, fighting out of Ilion, New York, Al, the Postmaster Marro. Your referee, Matt Rocca.
All right, we went over the rules in the back. Protect yourself at all times. Follow my instructions at all times. If you want to touch gloves, do so now. Make your way back to your corners.
6'6", RJ Harris making his LFA debut, comes in with a spotless 3-0 record. And that man, Al Marro, 2-1, still looking for his first win inside the LFA octagon. He unfortunately lost in his debut due to injury, hurt his knee and could not continue.
This might be the biggest height discrepancy on the card. I mean, I know our main event, we've got another 6'6" here in the welterweight division.
Exactly. Yeah, we got some tall fighters going tonight.
Yeah, a lot of big guys tonight. Does RJ Harris give you Ben
Rothwell?
Rothwell, thank you. I wanted to make sure I didn't say the Pittsburgh Steelers quarterback.
Roethlisberger.
I mix them up sometimes. Sorry about that.
You got. I like it. NFL football on your mind.
Yeah.
He does look like.
He's kind of got those vibes. Oh.
Nice shot from both fires and overhand right from Al Marro. He slips down now, and now it's Harris attacking the neck.
He's going to finish this round. RJ Harris hits like a hammer, and he puts guys to sleep, and he does not finish it. Did not have the angle. I thought he had it very good. Al Marro's able to survive right there.
Tight. Al Marro able to fend off that submission attempt.
Good job by Marro keeping that on the feet. Traditionally, when Harris gets guys down on the mat in similar positions, he just cranks them, man, and he gets these submissions. But Marro got hit, got hurt, lost position, able to stay on his feet and survive right here. And this is where he wants to be. Boxing background, a 70-plus amateur boxing fights, says Al Marro.
Oh, what a combination from Harris, but now Marro backing him up.
Oh, man.
Throwing some heavy shots, too. We've got ourselves a fist fight.
We got ourselves a slobber knocker right here, baby. Heavyweight division. These boys are going at it.
Harris connecting, and now he goes for the neck again. 2 wins out of his 3 are via submission.
Once again, going for a standing choke. Didn't have success earlier.
Marro powers out of it, so Harris continues to fire away.
I've seen this in some of Marro's fights, Ron. He doesn't mind standing in the pocket, eating a couple punches. Oh! He couldn't eat that one.
Al Marro is down. Over and out.
Don't blink in this matchup, baby.
Wow! Fireworks in the heavyweight division. The hammer drops the hammer.
R.J. Harris is a guy that is known for a submission game on the ground, but he is more than happy to throw the hammers on the feet. I mean, this was a perfect matchup for him to let him fly. Al Marro, very content with sitting in the pocket, as I was saying, just as he ate. Another huge shot dropped to the canvas. These guys were an all-out train wreck right in the center of the octagon for us the entirety of the fight, as long as it lasted.
Well said, my man, well said.
I can't wait to see. Let's take a look at these highlights. This is where it starts to get a little crazy. Little breakaway elbow. Now you see Marro just pressing forward, throwing caution to the wind. Harris meeting him. Take a look at the shot coming up right here. Harris is going to walk forward. He's going to find one right hand. And it's going to be a little bit too much for Marro to continue. This goes a little bit longer than I remember.
Harris really using that 5-inch reach advantage to his advantage.
It was a left hook.
And the left hook, Alan.
I mean, you can only take so many shots. That left hook right there. His chin was up, and he was in the middle of firing his own shot. Didn't see that left hook land at all. And just sat him down, but that was fun while it lasted.
Al Marro ends up looking up at the lights, but it's good to see him up on his feet. R.J. Harris, a successful LFA debut for him. Let's get the official time from Mike.
Ladies and gentlemen, your referee, Matt Rocker, calls a stop to this fight. 2 minutes, 17 seconds into the very first round, declaring your winner by knockout, R.J. the Hammer Harris.
Still the owner of a flawless record, Ohio's R.J. Harris earns his 4th consecutive win, his first inside the LFA octagon, and this is a man to keep an eye on.
I mean, this card is kind of moving along, Ron, and we just sat down. We had a 2nd round TKO, now we got a 1st round knockout. These guys are getting each other's face. R.J. Harris, he's the fun one. I made the Ben Rothwell comparison early, but my goodness, for a guy that's so strong on the ground and dominant if he gets on top, he shows that if he's staying toe-to-toe with him, he's able to drop that hammer, man. And the power show tonight.
27-year-old from Ohio. Welcome to the LFA, R.J. Harris. Well, tonight, the LFA welterweight title will be vacant no more. 2 of the promotion's top 170-pounders battle for the belt, and here's an inside look.
My name is Jonathan Warhawk Piersma. Tonight I'm fighting for the vacant LFA welterweight title. To get this opportunity in front of, a home crowd for once is huge, and you don't get these opportunities many times. I like to be a well-rounded martial artist, but at the end of the day, I'm a grapple-heavy guy. I get a lot of submissions, a lot of takedowns, a lot of heavy ground and pound. As far as MMA fights, I got a lot more experience, way more cage time. He's never been outside of a 1st round. A super dangerous kid, but he's never fought anyone near my level. I think that's going to play a big factor. And it's a huge opportunity, biggest fight of my career so far. And we're going to come in here tomorrow night. We're going to surprise a lot of people worldwide. I'm going to leave here with the LFA title.
Hello guys, my name is Luis Francisquinelli. I'm 29 years old from Itu, São Paulo, Brazil. And I will fight tonight for the LFA world title. I decided coming here because Brazil is so hard. And here in the US, I know I can change my life. I can change my wife, life, and my family. I'm black belt kickboxing. I have 88 fights in striking. Yeah, more kickboxing. Nobody's stand up on the LFA cage and knock everybody's out. Only me, I'm the only guy. If I'm here today, fight for the LFA title, is because I'm one of the best in the world. That's why I'm here. For me, it doesn't matter who coming. I'm living my dream. My dream's coming true. Be the world champion for the LFA. I want to say thank you, God.
The welterweights get the spotlight in both the main and co-main event tonight. And we will crown a new champion tonight, Alan, in the welterweight division. What a matchup between Brazil's Luiz Francis Canelli and New York's Jonathan Piersma. That is coming up. Francis Canelli, let's talk about him first, Alan. He comes in with a lot of shine. 5-0, black belt in kickboxing. He has finished all 5 of his fights, all coming in the very first round.
I mean, how do you not like this guy, right?
Making his way to the octagon,
you just see his
Woodley.
The way that he approaches life, he's very just, I mean, he will make you tear up in a fighter interview. The guy's that, he's just very open, very likable guy. And then you see him jump in the octagon, and he does this. Every single fight is exciting. He puts everybody that he fights on roller skates, and then he finds a way to put them to bed immediately after. Fun style, smooth on the feet, uses his tall,
always eating too.
And he's always got some type of food in his mouth immediately following the fight. That's one of the biggest questions that we want to see tonight.
Well, Jonathan Piersma is fighting in his 5th title fight in his career, but first in the LFA, the BJJ black belt, Alan, 6 submission wins, and you see some of his handiwork right there.
He's a guy that is the ultimate test for somebody like Francis Canelli, an experienced fighter. Been in there for 5 rounders. Fantastic on the ground. High level Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt. Been in there with some of the best guys in the world on the mat. Rafael Lovato Jr. Been in there with UFC fighters. Has wins over them. Has the experience. Has gold around his waist before.
Right.
The matchup for both of these guys to get over that hurdle. Can Francis Canelli outshine Piersma and survive the grappling department? Can Piersma be the guy to hand the first O to this undefeated prospect and he get his call up? It's a fantastic matchup, and I'm so happy that it's headlining this card tonight.
A lot on the line in the main event. Scan the QR code on the screen and get in on the action at DimeBit Casino and Sportsbook. The LFA 223 prelims roll on here on the LFA Fight Network on YouTube. And the tail of the tape for this middleweight matchup is powered by Brunt Workwear. Jake Woodley is 26 and Adland Benson 4 years his elder. Known as Tall Boy, that nickname is extremely appropriate for the 6'7" Adland Benson, another tall fighter, Alan.
6'7".
Oh, he did it. He did it. Who is a towering 7 inches taller than Woodley Benson. Will have almost a 5-inch reach advantage. Oh my God.
Bunch of old dads at the box.
We are
in the
dad
booth right
jokes
here.
galore.
My goodness.
You only get this on the LFA Fight Network, folks. It's great stuff. Please, Mike, bring some composure to this broadcast. Inside the mic.
Ladies and gentlemen, this bout is scheduled for 3 5-minute rounds in the LFA middleweight division. Brought to you tonight by Brunt, the hardest working brand in workwear. Check us out online at bruntworkwear.com. And now, introducing to you first, fighting out of the blue corner. This striker stands 6'7", weighed in 185.8 pounds. He holds a professional record, 6 wins, 4 defeats, with 4 wins coming by way of knockout and 2 by way of submission. Representing Sanger Combat Sports, fighting out of Kirkland, Washington, Adland Tallboy Benson. His opponent across the octagon, fighting out of the red corner, is a wrestler standing 6 foot tall, weighed in 185.6 pounds. He holds a 5-1 professional record with 1 win coming by way of knockout and 1 by way of submission. Representing Jackson Wink MMA, fighting out of Albuquerque, New Mexico by way of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, Jake Woodley. Your referee in charge, Todd Anderson.
Gearing up for this LFA middleweight matchup. And we just got note that there is a medical emergency here in the arena. The doctors are working on someone here in the crowd, so we're going to take a quick break as we gear up for our third LFA 223 prelim. Jake Woodley and Adland Benson. Jake Woodley, the All-American wrestler back in 2021, the University of Oklahoma, and Adland Benson, another tall fighter. Benson with the blue tape, and just like that, well, there's no surprise. The former Sooner wrestler gets a takedown right away. Jake Woodley has an opportunity to end this fight early.
Ron, I was going to time you to see how much information you could get out before Jake Woodley shot a takedown, and I mean, I don't think you got out very much at all.
There is no question what the game plan was for Jake Woodley.
You said it, man. Oklahoma Sooner wrestler. He's been dominant in all of his performances. He hasn't wasted any time. Then you go up against a tall, lanky striker like Adland Benson. You knew he wasn't going to waste any time. Now, Benson, as good as he is on the feet, his other path to victory is in the guard, right? So he finds himself here. So that would have been my only thing. You see Woodley passing right now, trying to get through that guard. Is if he gets an early takedown, does Woodley, is he able to pass the guard immediately? Because Benson does have jiu-jitsu off of his back. Anytime you go against a guy with those long limbs like that, they can pop triangles and they can be crafty. But nonetheless, this is Jake Woodley's world right now.
Went 88 and 42 in 5 years at Oklahoma. He comes in with a 5-1 record overall, 2-1 here in the LFA Octagon. He's coming off a decision win over David Gladfelter. That was at LFA 211 in June. And he is
those are heavy ground and pound too.
Shots. One knockout win, one submission. But you're right, you mentioned it. Adland Benson, very comfortable on his back, purple belt and BJJ. He has 4 knockouts, but he also has a couple of submissions.
Yeah, and I believe those came from positions like this. Now, he's got a guard. He knows how to submit people. He's done it before. Can he do the same thing against a D1 wrestler? It's a different feel, and I'll tell you that from lots of experience. There's positions that I have high percentage with that I've had in the gym and fights, and you go against somebody like a Jake Woodley and just you feel the posture power. You feel the back, you feel the base where it just is never, it's hard to destabilize it. And a lot of those submissions just get thrown out of the window. Eventually, when you fight strong wrestlers and nothing's happening off your back, you have to abort the submission and say, okay, let me just try to get up. And we're gonna see if Benson makes that decision at some point and says, let me try to scramble to my feet.
26 years old, Jake Woodley, originally from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, now training down in Albuquerque, New Mexico. And he is a heavy and large middleweight. There's no doubt about it.
Nice pass just now. He was able to beat the knees, the hips of Benson. Benson able to recover. This is probably going to be the game all night as long as these type of exchanges keep happening. You're going to see Woodley raining down some ground and pound and then looking to pass. As soon as he's able to pass into half guard or side control, you're going to see Benson trying to quickly recover that guard and stay out of danger.
Adland Benson, a very interesting fighter. He spends his summers as a commercial fisherman in Alaska. He's back now.
I've watched some of those TV shows.
Yeah, that's that is a crazy gig.
I like watching it on TV. I don't think I'd want to be in that rocking boat with everybody smoking in their bunk bed. Yeah. Can you imagine the ship's rocking? You're in God knows where you are in the middle of the ocean.
I could not imagine.
Everybody's waking up to coffee and cigarettes every morning. They're throwing on their wetsuit thing and then going out there. That's a tough job, man.
He's a tough job.
Credit to Benson, man.
Oh, now hammer fist being rained down by Jake Woodley.
Wow. Woodley's really
elbows.
He's in a good position, having the referee looking in closely like this. I thought the referee might even step in.
Adland Benson has got to get out of this predicament because this fight is close to being called.
He needs to try to grab him. If you keep just only defending, the referee's going to stop this.
And he does, right on cue. Jake Woodley, another win. He improves to 6-0. And what an onslaught from the 26-year-old. Gets the initial takedown and then just went to work and pounded out Woodley Benson.
Yeah, Ron, I talked about Jake Woodley and that battle that he'd have with Benson of trying to pass the guard. And Benson was able to recover guard for a couple of times. Eventually, Woodley was able to get side control. And once he got side control, that was it. You could see him start to rain down punches from there. Stayed relentless with it enough that even Benson trying to scramble, trying to find a way up, all he could do was defend himself, and the referee's not going to let you take 50 unanswered shots, eventually stepping in, but a great job utilizing that pressure in our wrestling background by Jake Woodley. Watch this, Ron. Okay, so somebody's in the red corner, somebody's in the blue corner, but both of the guys are on the ground. It did not take very long. That was slow motion too, I believe. So take a look at some of this ground and pound. This is when he was still in the guard. You can see Benson trying to posture some type of triangle right there, but it was to no avail. Once he was able to clear the hips and get inside control, that was it. This is what guys like Jake Woodley do. Powerful frame, powerful punches, powerful hips for not allowing you to recover guard. And if you let a guy like this, that has this many wrestling matches throughout his career, young, hungry, 26-year-old wrestling fighter, this is how it's going to end up every time.
Big win for Jake Woodley. Let's get the official time inside to Mike.
Ladies and gentlemen, your referee, Todd Anderson, calls a stop to this fight. 4 minutes, 37 seconds in the first round, declaring your winner by TKO, Jake Woodley.
Back-to-back wins for the former Sooner wrestler Jake Woodley, who has now won 6 of 7. He improves to 3-1 inside the LFA octagon, 6-1 overall. Now training the great Greg Jackson and Mike Winklejohn down at Jackson Wink MMA, and that's a scary combination. You already have that college wrestling pedigree, Alan, and now he's going to get all aspects of MMA taught to him from the great Greg Jackson.
Ron, these are coaches' dreams. Like this athletic wrestler comes into your gym. Hey, I want to be a fighter. No problem. I'm the guy. Let's get on the mitts right now. Like I say this to everyone. You could take a wrestler and teach him to strike in 2 years, but it's very hard to take a striker and teach him to wrestle in 2 years. This is something that you have with Jake Woodley.
Big win for Jake Woodley, and the action rolls on here. LFA 223 preliminary bouts from Niagara Falls, New York. Ron Kruk and Alan Jobam with you at the top of the hour. The main card, our final card of the year, our 25th show, LFA 223 going down on UFC Fight Pass. Get to UFCFightPass.com and sign up today. And there is the matchup, Alan. The welterweight strap is vacant. The former champion, Shadmakan Magomedov, who won the title right here in this building. He has since vacated it as he moved back to Russia. So Piersma and Francis Canelli will have a shot at claiming LFA gold tonight. Stacked card as usual here in Niagara Falls. Fights and falls going down tonight. We get ready for our final event. Look at some of the action here tonight, and beginning with the ladies first. Alini David is back taking on Jade Sheely. Alini David coming off a 12-second knockout, and then we got a great matchup between New York's Kevin Carrier and Kelton Sneevy. These two got into it in the weigh-ins yesterday. No love lost there. And Cole Alexandrian and Tanner Tremblay. Tremblay looking for his 5th straight win.
Carrier told Sneevy he had beautiful eyes, Ron, and I'm looking at this picture, and I agree. I mean,
I'm with you.
They catch you. They're blue. They're magnetic. And Stevie was pissed off about it.
You know, I said they got into it at the weigh-ins, and then you throw that out there that he said, yeah, that was the trash talk. Dude, you got beautiful eyes.
They got into it, not in that way, guys, but you know, they were in each other's face.
Business portion of the card sees Shaylor Adland looking to go to 4-0 when he takes on the veteran Joe Taylor, the former Glory kickboxer. And then Kyle Pufall is back looking for his 5th career win, taking on Scuba Steve Collins, who comes in with a spotless 5-0 record. And then this welterweight matchup in the co-main event is a UFC quality fight. I mean, all these are, but this is between 2 former contestants that were just on The Ultimate Fighter Season 33, Jeff Creighton and Diego Bianchini. They'll throw down. These two have combined for 12 finishes.
I mean, look at Bianchini. Look at that bone structure right there, Ron. Look at that hair, how coiffed it is. This guy, the Brazilian bad boy right here. What did they ask him
what was he thankful for?
What are you thankful for?
Thanksgiving coming up.
He said his Brazilian good looks.
Yes, he did.
They don't have a lot of good-looking Brazilian people like me, he said. He was one of the 1% of the 1%. Thank you for blessing us with your presence tonight. Diego Bianchini.
Going to be a great matchup. Jeff Creighton, winner of 6 straight. He looks to continue his winning ways tonight.
Yeah, you look at Creighton and some of his handiwork. I mean, the guy's a dog, man. Well-rounded, good everywhere. He's clean striking, but equally as strong on the ground. You see the sweeps right here. Can get it done. He's got a lot of experience. He's a guy that feels like he's UFC caliber material already, and he's fighting with a lot of emotion tonight. Has a baby on the way, I believe, very soon, and wants nothing more to get signed to the UFC while that baby's on board. And you look at the other side of things, as I just said, the Brazilian bad boy. He starts off fights in a bad way a lot of times, very fast. He said he might not see the same thing tonight, though, Ron. He said you might see a more calculated approach. I don't know that I believe him.
I'm not buying that one.
But this is what he does best. He's known for his jiu-jitsu. I mean, I believe 6 of his finishes or by way of submission. Very dangerous there as well.
Feature fight of the night, New Hampshire's Kyle Pufall going for his 7th career win.
Man, Pufall heavy-handed. I mean, there's fights that I've watched, and it's just like a thudding sound. You can see he really turns his punches over, and he's the type of guy that if you stand in the pocket with him, he's going to catch you with something, and he's going to get you buzzed, and you got to be very cautious when standing in the pocket too long with a fighter like him.
Pufall is running into a buzzsaw and named Steve Collins tonight, winner of 5 straight.
Scuba Steve, one of my favorite nicknames in the sport. It just kind of rolls off of the tongue. But this guy gets it done. You see this slam right here? Yeah, but don't forget about it. He's very good at these type of slams. As a matter of fact, he can pick you up and drop you on your head very easily. He does this a lot. Very strong. He's also got very elusive, evasive head movement inside the pocket. This is something that he plans to utilize tonight, getting in on our pocket, trying to utilize those hands and also those takedowns as well in the matchup.
Son of a legend and 41-year-old Joe Taylor will fight in his final fight and is set to retire after tonight's bout.
Joe Taylor, the OG. He wants to put an OG ass whooping.
Yeah.
Can I say? I can say it. An OG whooping. That's what he said.
Yeah.
I threw in the ass part. Sorry about that. But he wants to show it. 41 years old, Joe Taylor, in his hometown. He's tried to retire a couple times, but it didn't go his way. He's looking for everything to go his way tonight so he can set down the gloves.
No layups in the LFA. He will face off with the young gun, undefeated Shaylor Adland.
Look, Taylor Adland, I mean, the guy, what does he do? He takes people down and he just rounds them out. Not an easy matchup for Joe Taylor. The odds makers are showing that the biggest dog on the card is Joe Taylor. Aspen Ladd, the younger, the guy by 19 years age difference, looking to get it done as well.
And another young gun, Tanner Tremblay from Minnesota, gunning for his 5th consecutive win tonight.
Man, you talk about just scrappy. Tremblay, he's one of those guys that gets in there. You see the hands, the boxing, he's good everywhere, but my goodness, when you look for a clean knockout, that's the type of knockout that you want to find.
100%. Also back in action tonight, local favorite Kevin Carrier, who has won 4 of 5.
Yeah, Carrier back in action. He had a long layoff where he had some injuries, COVID hit, all these things. Got a fight in New England shortly after that. Got things rocking and rolling again. He is a clean striker as well. Look at this Hail Mary, jumped to Gilly, fight wasn't going his way. He shows you that he always has a chance. He's always dangerous, and he has a lot of experience. He looks to fall back on that experience in this matchup tonight.
Harrier will tangle with Canada's Kelton Sneevy, who also has won 4 or 5.
Man, Sneevy, he's a dog in there, and he's a very confident guy, right? He just feels like he's better than most guys. You may feel like it's an even matchup on paper, but he said that's about as far as it goes. He just feels like he's better than his opponent in every area.
He's so confident.
Very confident. Submission game, tactically, he's a guy, he just in it, man. He's a very real person when you talk to him.
And then following an epic 12-second KO, Alini David looks for another highlight reel finish.
I mean, it's going to be hard to follow that one. 12-second front kick, gets the knockout. The Brazilian striker came into the interview. Very nice, very somewhat broken English, very eager to talk, but she kept saying one thing.
I like hurt.
I like hurt.
Yes.
I like hurt. She plans on doing some hurting tonight. I can't wait for this matchup.
Well, she will meet former Ohio police officer and tough as they come, Jade Sheely.
Yeah, Sheely's got her hands full, but if she's going to have her hands full, she needs to have her hands full of David tonight and utilize that grappling. David, we talked about the front kick, the knockout. Jade Sheely has a lot of success in her matchups when she utilizes her grappling. She comes from a striking background, is her father, former K1 fighter,
right.
But she utilizes the grappling. She's no longer a full-time police officer. She's got more time to train, and she wants to utilize that extra time she's had to train and show it tonight in this matchup.
There are your fight odds for LFA number 223, powered by DimeBet Casino and Sportsbook. DimeBet, the official betting partner of the LFA. Plenty of time to scan the QR code on the screen and get in on some of the action. Alini David coming in, as I'm looking at those odds, as a big -3 of 57 favorite, but
yeah,
very live Jade Sheely at +236. Veteran of 5 fights, and we've seen her do some damage here in the LFA. And then the coin flip matchup to me, Alan, is that co-main event, Jeff Creighton and Diego Bianchini. Both guys coming from their experience on The Ultimate Fighter, looking to make a statement tonight, and the winner of that really puts himself in some great position to get a shot at the winner of the welterweight title fight.
Absolutely, the winner of that one should just be able to slide right in. Both of these guys on the same timeline, and they both could fight for the belt next. Creighton is a guy that really feels like a win here. He could jump the belt, where Bianchini kind of feels like the belt would make a lot more sense for him. I think these guys kind of have different trajectories in their timeline of the near future, but Bianchini is a guy that is coming in tonight really wanting to erase some of the thought of how people took him on the show, on The Ultimate Fighter 33. He was very much about being on camera and the drama, and he wasn't really as focused. You know what he told us, Ron? He said, all the cooking and cleaning, I didn't feel as masculine as I wanted to feel. And he said it threw him off. He wants to come out here and show, when I'm focused, I'm a completely different fighter. So he's determined to kind of erase the wrong from that show here tonight.
Scan the QR code and get in on the action here at LFA 223 from Niagara Falls, New York. Well, there were some super slick submissions that went down in the LFA Octagon in 2025. Actually, there were 36 of them, and here's a look back at every single one of them.
Was gonna get this choke all to it. The ninja choke. Was he calling this the whole time? He did it! He did it!
Light heavyweight champion from Kyrgyzstan.
Verbal tampers right there. Over! That's how you fight in a main event for the title.
She's deep in there. Both these guys, amazing black belt grapplers. Oh my goodness, how does one get out of this? He taps! Here's the tap! Spectacular! Bulldog jump, see?
All this tight. Look at this.
Going
it's a
back
blue belt
down.
and BJJ, but he's
Holy
working it out.
smokes.
There's the tap.
He might have it.
Look at this.
might
Very
have it.
slick. The hometown hero, Gabriel Vinicius. He makes him tap. Over and out. This is very close to being over.
Look at him. He's sticking his tongue out.
Smiling. Enter Sandman.
He's out.
He's got the neck of Batsaran.
But Gozo knows what he's doing. He's holding it tight.
Enter Sandman.
There's a lot of submission attempts being thrown at
Malusha.
him.
Oh, he got
And
it.
he got it.
Calf slicer.
Welcome to the LFA. We both had it 2-2. What a incredible year it has been for the LFA as we stage our 25th event of the year and our final one. This is the last LFA 223 preliminary bout and another key matchup in the welterweight division between Farman, Hasanov, and Abdurakhmon Fozilov. Tail of the tape, powered by Monster Energy. Hasanov is 30 and Fozilov is 2 years older. Hasanov 2 inches taller and will have almost a 6-inch reach advantage for this one. Alan, this is a big matchup for both of these men. Hasanov, we've seen before from American Top Team, comes in 2-0 in the LFA Octagon, 3-0 overall. Fozilov 6-0, making his LFA debut tonight.
Yeah, this is also a Uzbekistan versus Azerbaijan matchup.
Well done,
right now.
sir.
Yeah, so Azerbaijan, by the way, is a beautiful country. I went there for a fight night this year. I can't wait to go back. I hope to go back. Beautiful place, big,
That's awesome.
big growing fight crowd. So it's great to have an Azerbaijani fighter here tonight.
The welterweights getting the spotlight tonight. This will be our final preliminary bout of the evening. And then tonight's LFA 223 main card on UFC Fight Pass, both the co-main and the main event, featuring the 170-pound division. We are set to roll for the final time here on the prelims. We go inside. Here's Mike Kendall.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the final preliminary bout here at LFA 223, scheduled for 3 5-minute rounds in the LFA welterweight division, brought to you tonight by Monster Energy. And now, introducing to you first, fighting out of the blue corner. This mixed martial artist stands 5'10", weight in 169.6 pounds. He holds a 6-0 professional record with 1 win coming by way of knockout and 4 by way of submission. Representing Marquez MMA and Kill Cliff FC, fighting out of Samarkand, Uzbekistan, Abdurakhmon Fozilov. His opponent across the octagon, fighting out of the red corner, is a wrestler standing 6 foot tall, weighing in 170.6 pounds. He holds a 3-0 professional record with 2 wins coming by way of knockout. Representing American Top Team, fighting out of Coconut Creek, Florida, by way of Nakhchivan, Azerbaijan, Farman, the Lion, Hasanov. Your referee, Matt Rocca.
All right, we went over the rules in the back. Protect yourself at all times. Follow my instructions at all times. If you want to touch gloves, do so now. Make your way back to your corners.
Abdurakhmon Fozilov with the blue tape and the red and black trunks. The other opposite side, Farman Hasanov with, he's got the red tape, spotless 3-0 record. Someone's O has got to go in this one. Ron Kruk and Alan Joban with you, cage side. LFA 223.
Man, Hasanov is huge looking. I mean, completely shredded for this welterweight division at the top of the food chain. Physique-wise, Fozilov, though, I mean, he may not look like he has the six-pack because of his opponent, but you talk about pedigree, hand-to-hand combat. This guy is as good as it comes. He's got belts and anything you can think of back home in hand-to-hand combat. And if you watch him fight, effortless technique in the grappling. I mean, very smooth, very experienced with it.
Master of sport in hand-to-hand combat. You called it world champion in hand-to-hand combat, 2-time Asia champion, 3-time national champion. Very impressive resume.
Both guys leaning heavy. Look out for any sweeps right here. Both guys come from a very experienced background, especially in the grappling department. I feel like I would lean towards Abdurakhmon Fozilov. He's just looking at previous fights of his, even though these guys are just standing and trading at the moment.
And a little bit of blood on the side of the eye.
Yeah. The right eye right there of Hasanov.
Farman, yeah, Hasanov.
Oh, these guys are just throwing haymakers, planting their feet. Very dangerous right now in this fight. It'll be interesting to see who's going to change the momentum right now and maybe shoot a takedown. Because right now, these guys are just playing roulette in the center.
Fozilov opening that cut here early in the opening round. Of course, scheduled for 3 5-minute rounds in the welterweight division.
Hasanov doing a nice job backing Fozilov up against the fence, even though he's the one that's taking the damage thus far. He's taking control of the center of the octagon. And if you're pushing forward, it normally gives you the more open shot. As I say that, nice entry right there. Great job picking the ankle, completing this takedown for Hasanov. I said earlier that I thought Fozilov, his counterpart from Uzbekistan, might have the grappling advantage right now. Hasanov has proven me wrong.
Farman Hasanov gets the first takedown as we just get past the midway point of the opening round. See what he can do at the American top team product. Strong wrestler, master of sport in freestyle wrestling. Got a win in the IBJJF no-gi grappling tournament a couple years back.
Hasanov right now doing a good job of, you see his opponent's trying to kind of wall walk, get his hips as close as he can to the fence. And when you feel that, you have to suck the hips back, pull the hips far away, try to pass the guard. Nice job. Look at him duck under to that double leg.
Fozilov was up on his feet until he wasn't.
That was impressive right there.
Plants him back.
Same takedown as he did earlier, Ron.
Yeah.
Goes from the double,
now
gets him in there, picks that ankle very cleanly, puts him on his back once again. I was completely wrong about this. My apologies to Hasanov. He looks to be the more standout grappler thus far in this matchup.
Hasanov landing some real solid elbows, and he has cut open Abdurakhmon Fozilov. That is right in front of us, and that cut is gushing right now.
Wow, he's staying on it too.
He continues to hammer away.
Wow, this is some devastating ground and pound right now. Even in the guard, he's able to commit with a lot of power.
Hasanov, elbows, hammer fists.
Referee's looking in, but I think he's fine. I think he should keep this.
Just pounding away right now as we come up on 40 seconds to go in the opening round. Five first round of finishes for Fozilov.
Yeah, that's a nasty cut. We just had a great look at that cut. Sorry about that, Ron.
Yeah, no, you're spot on.
Look, there we go. Take a look at that. I mean, right on the eyebrow line, wide open.
And it looks like Farman Hasanov is targeting that cut and escaping.
Oh, man. Oh, he's leaking all over the place right now.
Gosh.
This is about to get very slippery.
And Matt Anderson, our referee, calls timeout. The ringside physician's going to take a look at that nasty cut. I'm worried. Did you get any blood on your tuxedo, Alan Joban?
I didn't, thankfully. You know,
okay.
2 seconds left on the clock. The referee called to take a look at the. Oh, he's stopping this.
Yeah.
He doesn't like this at all.
No, and that is going to do it. Farman Hasanov improves to 4-0 with that first round stoppage.
Wow, I mean, things got going quickly, right? These guys were fighting in a phone booth for a little bit.
Yeah,
and as soon as this hit the ground, Hasanov just completely changed gears on us and went crazy with the ground and pound. A lot of damage. Cut on the nose, cut on the right eyebrow. Enough to stop this fight. You don't want to be beneath this guy in these type of situations. He's just firepower from on top.
Well, he's one of the best in the business, but our cut man, Dale Arbuckle, he's gonna earn his paycheck after this fight. So he's got to go over to the other side, and that cut was massive.
You better save some of that gauze, Dale.
Yes,
don't use all those Q-tips yet.
30 years old, Farman Hasanov, known as the Lion, still perfect as his professional MMA career rolls on. First fighter from Azerbaijan to a fight in the LFA.
Take a look at this elbow. I think this is one that really opens things up. The Azerbaijani fighter. I told you it's a beautiful city. Their fighters get it going as well. Man, I mean, once he had him hurt, once he smelled blood,
he went in for the kill.
He didn't hold back at all. The referee was looking in.
Like known as the Lion, I mean, he was stalking his prey. And you're exactly right. Once he got him down, I mean,
look at that.
And Matt Anderson said, yeah.
And I'll tell you, as sickening as it sounds, it feels good as a fighter to see your opponent look like that. It's like,
it's
like, look, I did that.
We work in,
it's a crazy, that's the fighter mentality. But I know he's going to show everyone. How did the fight go? He's going to show a picture of he goes, what do you think?
Yeah, not bad.
Yeah.
Not so well for the other guy. But another victory. Farman Hasanov proving to 4-0. And he made a statement tonight. He was coming off a round 2 TKO win versus Will Lewis back in June at LFA 211. And he continues his winning ways tonight. Let's get the official time. Here's Mike.
Ladies and gentlemen, your referee, Matt Rocker, calls a stop to this fight. 4 minutes, 58 seconds of the first round, declaring a winner by TKO due to doctor stoppage, Farman, the Lion Hasanov.
The win streak rolls on for Azerbaijan's Farman Hasanov. Scores his 4th consecutive victory since beginning his professional career. Well, that's going to do it for the LFA 223 preliminary bouts here on the LFA Fight Network on YouTube. It's been a great year. Make sure that you are following the promotion at LFA Fighting. We'll have a lot of the best of the year to put out on social media. You won't want to miss it. We also want to hear from you, LFA Nation. Vote for the LFA Fans Choice Awards coming up here next month at LFA Fighting. Follow us on all social media platforms. For my broadcast partners, Mike Kendall and Alan Joban, I'm Ron Kruk. We will see you over on UFC Fight Pass next at the top of the hour.
This is as real as it gets, and it's mind-blowing.
I love everything about that fight.
These are the moments that the fighters live for. I can't wait. Kicked him in the face. Rose.
We will all witness a piece of UFC history.
Unbelievable. You're sitting at home watching this, and you just go, holy shit. The double tap does what he wants.
Master, teach me Kung Fu.
One of the most epic fights.
There's nothing I do better in this life than fighting.
Unbroken, baby. This team is unbroken.
We have a sport with some of the best athletes in the world.
Boom!
One of the greatest knockouts you'll ever see! Oh! The UFC has never been stronger.
It does not get any better. That is good. This is a crazy sport, ladies and gentlemen.